Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan and we are in Minecraft again today. We're going to be working on the last details of Westhill this week, trying to finish things up. And there's a new episode of the Spawn Chunks out right now. That came out yesterday. It's available on YouTube, Spotify, wherever you get your favorite podcasts. We talked about the latest snapshot with the changes to Copper Golem, hopefully with more coming, and some interesting listener email about profession boxes, profession blocks, and about how copper might be able to be used to help magic in Minecraft. So it was a fun conversation. That's over at thespawnchunks.com or wherever you get your favorite podcasts. This week is going to be pretty straightforward. I think we're just going to dive into the last little details. I did get someone on YouTube pointing out that I forgot to do the ceiling of the storage room that we did last time. So that's the first thing I'm going to do is finish up the ceiling. It was something I said I was going to do in the stream, and then I just forgot. So thanks very much for the comment to remind me. The Nookie, hello, how's it going? SweetSandi, good to see you. Blue Crow is lurking in the background. Minty Sow, hello. Welcome in. How'd you find the stream, Minty? Let's just flip over. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Right there. Plain stone. Even though you'll never see it, it is a little bit strange that I completely forgot about that. So we're gonna go get the blocks for it now. Blast Jordan, hello, hello. I don't think there's anything else we've forgotten there, so we should be okay. Today we're probably going to be bouncing around some of the eastern landscape, trying to soften it up a little bit. So this area here, we're going to do a little bit of work on. I also have to remember to grab a roof pig. So I gotta look for a lead while I'm here. Normally that's where they would be. Thought I had leads somewhere. I guess I don't. All right, I guess we gotta make one. Oh, did I not update? Maybe I need to... Maybe I have the old recipe. I do have the old recipe. Okay. I'm not on the latest version of Minecraft. Might as well just keep that on me. And then we are going to need the salt. Deep slate. I think that's it. I'll bring cobble just in case. And the tough. Minty, thanks very much for the Prime sub. Appreciate it. What am I going to do with Roof Pig? I'm just going to move him off the roof and bring him over to the other animals that we have outside of the town. I'm still not sure how and where and if I'm going to be adding animals. I've had a request for cows. So the problem is that I don't have a lot of spaces where I can put livestock where they won't just wander away because of the way that Westhill is decorated, so it's really not the best. I mean, Roof Pig was funny for a while, but I've been meaning to get rid of it for a while. Okay. I don't know that cracks are really going to be all that important, but we'll do it anyway. Don't have anything for fuel kicking around, I don't think. One piece of coal might be all right. Might be all we need. I think that's pretty good. Super simple. I also think I'm going to get rid of those tough slabs. Cool. Done. That would have really bothered me had I gone out and said, like, it's complete, and then messed up and it was not actually complete. Nice. We'll sleep here before we try moving the pig around. East to Hull, hello, welcome in. Minty, I am going to be doing a tour with Pixelriffs and maybe someone else on stream eventually. There's also a server tour that I did with Alistair that does not include Westhill, but includes all the other things I did previous to Westhill. Music for gaming, yeah, there's always a few more details. That's why I'm trying to just, I don't have much of a plan today, like, or this week. I'm trying to like, just catch stuff as I walk by. I do wish that pigs had ears in the game. I think they would be a lot cuter. That might be something fun for like a resource pack. I've never bothered to try and make my own for mobs. I don't really work with them that much, so it doesn't really matter. So there's a small space out in the woods where we had gathered some mobs that were wandering around the build and just kind of tucked them away. I don't know what, if anything, I'm going to do with this space out here. You're somehow outside. So yeah, there was a bunch of horses, some cows, some pigs and sheep and stuff. So the idea was I was eventually going to start putting a few of them around. But again, we'd have to leash them down. So this is an old, it used to be a wizard tower that Megan built on the server, but she never finished it. But I kind of commandeered the storage down below because it was an easy place to put all the mini blocks from the data packs. So I've got to figure out what to do with all these. I don't have enough shulker boxes that I can move them all. I could certainly strip this down. Oh look, there was leads in there. This could absolutely be stripped down. Some extra iron, diamonds. A lot of this stuff I already have, but certainly could just fold it into my stores. Have to see what I'm gonna do. Yeah, this kind of just ends right here. There's really not much to it. No, I'm not putting any villagers in the village. I can't stand villagers. Bunch of really annoying NPCs walking around and honking is not my idea of immersion. That's the idea with the all the different bits that are around, like the barrels and the crates and different things that I've put around, is to try to make it feel like it's got some life in it without ever having to have like villagers walk around, because they're not going to do what I want. They're just going to attract zombies and cause problems, get stuck on things. SweetSandi, thank you for being awesome. Appreciate it. Maybe I should put a pressure plate there for now. That might not work. Nope, that's not going to work. Need to empty some of this. Okay, so this landscaping bit, I think we're just going to need the regular grass. I do find that this is a little bit strange. Like, I feel like I'm trying to go in there, and when I come in here, I'm trying to walk right that way. I don't want to widen the path, though. Thanks for Lursk, Blacks, Jordan. So we've done custom landscaping here. Like, this has all been done by me. I put in a couple of trees. Actually, those slabs are not supposed to be there. That was just trying to make the tree grow large. It worked. Old trick. And this is all custom down here. But where I'm standing is very empty. That could use some bone meal. So it's little things like that that feel strange. This is all feeling very odd. I just want to smooth out that. I think I might keep this whole, but I might just change the way that it's composed a little bit. Same thing there. I think that's just a cave or a lake or something. I might just fill that in. Yeah, I'll probably just fill this in. So all of this is fine, but then this stuff looks a little bit odd for here because we spent so much time over on that side making it look nice. So, and here's not so bad, like it's covered in grass mostly, but I just feel like I could smooth this out and add some bone meal. Maybe do a custom tree or two. The only thing I think I might change a bit is this. I do find this not great. Like, this looks kind of strange to me. So we'll probably just bop around with some grass and stone and see what we can do. In the rain, apparently. And the dark. See, here, all this custom stuff really works. And then you can just see where it stops. I'm gonna try to fade it in so it's not quite as abrupt. I'm really looking forward to a new sci-fi zone where I can have like neon signs and stuff that actually make sense. grass, moss, grass. I don't think I need anything from there. That should be everything. So we'll probably just set up somewhere in the middle. Probably by the pond. Makes the most sense. Good. I don't know if I'll move bushes right away. Definitely bring some grass. Oh, I didn't bring any stone. Whoops. That will be handy. Worked out actually for timing in terms of moving out of the basement of the keep, because now we're a lot closer to all of our shulker boxes. Don't know how much of this we're going to need, but bring it with us anyway. Should be at least good enough to get us started. Here's two. So this back part should be pretty straightforward. Matter of clipping up stuff that is a little bit out of place, and then also bop around and get rid of the flowers. That is surprisingly tall. Yeah, I think that does a good job. Don't want to fill it in completely, just looking to make it look a little bit less bland. Now, some of the stuff was already tall, so I'm okay with leaving some of these. And probably even leave some of the white flowers. These ones, I mean. To make sense. Why is it not? It's so strange. It's not doing anything? Bizarre. Weird. Yep. Fixes that a little bit. Okay. I think the other thing I wanted to do right off the bat was definitely that cave I wanted to fill in. Maybe we should start with a landscape on this side. Try to smooth this out a little bit. Yeah, really simple change, but it makes it look a lot nicer. losing the light quickly. I don't want to mess around out here because it is just dark absolutely everywhere. Right. So here, probably get away with putting in a bit of a rock. Yeah, super simple. Oops. Yeah, once that gets all filled in and the grass grows back, it'll look pretty good. Shovel's a little bit too powerful for my own good. Yeah, just really simple change, but I think that's going to work out great. I will, however, get rid of this. And reveal a much better looking rock underneath. Hmm. remove the straight lines. All this will eventually get grass covered. Oh, you know what? I didn't bring any birch. I should do that. And I didn't bring any like spare shulker boxes for the garbage. I really should have taken a before and after screenshot. That would have been smart. I'll probably put some of this in other places. Thought I had flint somewhere. That's one of the reasons I don't like signs on chests. Lord Andy, hello, hello. Good to see you. Sugarcane. Guess that was all the real garbage. I didn't bring any dirt boxes. Okay, let's use that. Oh, you know what? I think I might have put it up before picture on Twitter. Besides the final details, what am I working on today? That's probably going to take the whole day. Right now, we're just smoothing out the landscapes. Bring the birch. Color coding and having labels in shulker boxes is wonderful. Yeah, I imagine this landscaping will probably take most of today. I'm going to try to do as little as, like, as few changes as possible. I'm trying not to make more work for myself than I really have to. Such a weird landscape. See, like, this makes sense if it was actually all stone. You are now free. Previously trapped on your perch. More stone required. Thanks for the lurk, Lord Andy. Appreciate it. feel like that will eventually look okay. Maybe have to just bring this down a little bit. and then remove some of the grass. Yeah, I think we need to get rid of all the grass up here. So it starts to look more like a cave. Don't think I want to do anything with this here. Obviously a cave down there somewhere. We've got so many grass blocks stored up that it's just even beneficial for us storage-wise to get rid of all this. Nice. Don't mind cutting through some of the stone with some grass, but mostly this has to look like it's a stone structure. Yeah, there's a cave underneath right where I just was. Somewhere in here. I hear a chicken too. I think it's actually above me. There's a couple in there for sure. Probably like around here somewhere. It's definitely inside here somewhere. going on down here. But yeah, there's definitely something in there. I should probably try to sort it out in case there's like zombies holding items. Oh, creeper. In here somewhere? There it is. What is going on in here? Look at them all. Was that 5? Such a weird cave. Spider down there somewhere too. Yeah, the chicken egg is what did it for sure. There was probably I'm not sure how a chicken got in there, but once in there, real problem. And this is overkill. Like, I don't need to necessarily fill this in, but I don't want more things spawning. Oh, that was my way out. Definitely reminds me of like early Minecraft where you find spaces that are almost suited for you, but then you've got to like fill in the backgrounds and make sure that there's no spaces. I've got so many blocks. Really not a problem. Stream time is at an hour. Thanks, Sandy. Appreciate it. Plus, that only takes like 2 minutes. We got a copper ingot from that guy. Nice. Feathers, good to have. Folks, I step away about once an hour to give myself a little bit of a break, grab another cup of coffee. You should too. Grab a friend, let them know that we're streaming. We're always trying to grow the channel, and I will be right back. Just have to wait a couple seconds to sleep so we're not venturing out into the evil dark. Not only is it hard to see what we're doing, but it's so dark outside the town that you'll just end up with mobs everywhere. Yeah, I think that looks a little bit better. Like it's a very simple change. This might be a little bit too square, but I think that works. Evil and explosive if you find the wrong friends. Yep, 100%. So this, I feel like we can probably make look a little bit more like an arch. Wow, that's a giant drop off. I didn't notice that. I think that's a little bit better. I might have made it a little bit too pointy. And I don't know what to do about all the dirt on top of it. Probably about as good as we're gonna get. I guess I could add some more over here. Hopefully that helps a little bit. Welcome back, Blue. It's a little bit better. I actually don't like that part there. Trying to make it look like an overhang, but I just never liked the way that Minecraft does this kind of thing. Hopefully that helps a little bit. Yeah, I really don't know the best way to handle this kind of stuff. I don't think I have enough stone. I feel like previous cliffs I just removed all the grass. That seemed to help. Put moussaka in the oven. Nice. Now I'm hungry. Not even lunchtime yet. Oh wow, we're really low on carrots, aren't we? We should go fix that. What am I doing for gold? Got some. I know I've got carrots somewhere. Surprised they're not in the orange box. I feel like I should move those in here. Well, looks like we're just going to grab what's ever in here. It's not a lot. I guess I can spare a couple of these blocks. This time is your dinner time, yeah. Fast forward to everyone in the chat getting hungry. Everybody's on fire. Oops. Oh, the joys of having a full inventory. I got a couple stacks anyway. Last us a little while. I do find it odd that you can break scaffolding fast enough that you can hurt yourself on the way down. looks better. I normally cannot resist collecting coal, but today I've been trying to not make more work for myself. All right, let me go back up to where I was working. Grab this. Oops. Now that, I feel like, should have a different shape to it. It should look okay. I feel like we just need to knock these things back by a block. Yeah, that looks better. Is anybody else working on a landscaping project in their world? Yeah, like it's not like we're changing a lot, but it certainly looks better than it did before. camps. Yeah, that looks okay. You've been terraforming around a village you've been revamping? Nice. That's how Westhill started. Westhill was a village. There was a village here and a little bit on the other side of the river, and that's kind of where I started with the houses and the bridge. There was no bridge. It looked like it needed one, so that's kind of how it all started. When I do the final wrap-up talk on the spawn chunks, I'm going to grab some screenshots from like 4 years ago and try to do... I might even try to do something cool with like replay mod where I could load up the seed and then do like a crossfade between what it used to look like and what it looks like now. So I'm sure all of this has been shaped. Most of it. All the jumping that gets to me. It's a little harder to see in the mornings just because the sun is behind the cliff. Cool. Once you realize that you can just start taking the corners off of things, it becomes a little bit easier to see the shapes. I gotta start thinking about this from the road. And again, just trying not to make too much more work for myself than really needs to be. Yeah, looks better than I did before. Oops. Actually, that might be better off as stone. This is where I think I should get some coarse dirt. And maybe make some of these just dirt, because it worked really well on the cliffs down to the north. So over here, when I was making the cliffs and I wasn't happy with the way that they looked with the grass on top of the rocks, the trick was to just have it be dirt, coarse dirt with no grass. So over here, I feel like we can probably do that in there. And I don't think I brought the coarse dirt. No. We've not been using the slabs. I can probably just put the slabs back for now. Coarse dirt. Yeah, I think that'll help. Place in here. What made me pick the area for Westhill? It was the mountain. So I was looking for a really nice big biome. There was this natural sunflower plains meadow, or sunflower plains, and then the taiga forest surrounds it like all along the west. The whole thing is taiga. And then this, I was actually thinking about putting like a drawbridge here and making this like a dwarven fortress, but then I just decided that I'd rather look at the mountain than be in it. And so that's where Westhill kind of formed. And like this part here was naturally high. This part here was naturally a village. And so that's how it all kind of started. It helps a little bit, although the tree looks kind of funny, doesn't it? Not mess around in the dark. Okay, so I think probably good on that part. That's that whole hill kind of given a once over. Still feels kind of sharp over here. Better. Yeah, that's looking a lot better than it was before. I wonder, actually, I took a screenshot. I wonder if I can line it up. What does that screenshot look like? Okay, so I was over there. Just by the bridge, right. So if I bring that in, why can I not? If I make this fit the screen, that's weird. Not quite the way that it should line up. That's odd. There we go. And then I go and stand roughly where that's supposed to be. About here, maybe? I mean, obviously it's a different time of day. Pretty good for a guess, though. But it's mostly like the dirt that you can see in the in this area here. And then the shape of all this. I think I took the screenshot after I changed that. I'll come back when it's sunset. I guess we can just go in there with some bone meal now too. I find this a really effective way of making things look nice. Although it is a little bit dizzying to be looking down at the ground, hopping around. And then along here, we can just add our own. Oops. That's a little bit better. I like the green breaking up the dirt a little bit. I might remove this one. So you can see a little bit more of that dirt kind of slashing down. Like that's a nice look. Can maybe use a little bit more stone up there. Oh, maybe not there. Oops. We should take those out. Now there's a witch hanging out somewhere. Nice. Oh, I should go and pop the screenshot up. It might be, I probably left it a little bit late, but we'll see what we can see. Hurry. Yeah, you can see that dirt removal really does help. And then covering things up with grass. Hidden witches, yeah, just what we all need, right? Like you made the hole in the mountain, it draws the eyes to it. Thanks. Trying to do this a little bit more efficiently than I did the other one. I don't want this to take all week. It'll be another stream at least. Yeah, I think that works. Just pop over here with some bone meal and probably be okay. It's like half of it or a third of it done. Getting a lot more flowers over here though. I find when you get rid of the too tall grass, it also provides like some interesting patterns and kind of breaks up the full coverage a little bit. Plus then you can kind of put them back where you want them. And I realize this is all grass and no ferns, but I'm actually not too worried about it. Pixel Riffs coming in with a party of raiders. Hello. Thanks so much, Pix. Hold on, let me back up. The Wormbow TinMyren, hello. So we'll be working on a little bit of landscaping. Shorter stream today. Engineer should be coming to fix the internet soon. Oh, good. Glad to hear it. Thanks very much for the raid, man. Folks in my chat, obviously, you probably know that Pixelriffs is my co-host on the Spawn Chunks. Aknari, hello. Yes, I recognize your name. Just became a patron of the podcast. Happy to join a raider. Nice. Very cool. Welcome in. So just in case you're new, my name's Joel, and I stream and podcast full time. Johnny and I, Pixelriffs and I do the Spawn Chunks together. And this is Westhill, which if you've been listening to the Spawn Chunks, then you probably know that I've been working on this for about 4.5 years. And we are in the last little bits of doing it all. So we were inside doing the basement of the keep, showed off some screenshots on this week's episode. And then now we're just tackling this landscape here. So we did all this really nice landscaping over here all along the river, and it looks great. And then this feels very dated because this is like pre-nether update. And so I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm just sort of changing landscape a little bit. And actually we can show you just a little bit. If I go here ish, right, and I can pop up a before after. Oh. So before it was a lot more dirt and not so great in terms of the grass coverage, and then now it just looks a little more natural. And it's not crazy. We're just kind of running around doing some bone meal stuff. Pretty straightforward. But folks in my chat, if you have not already, like, go follow Pixelriffs on Twitch, please and thank you. And what were you doing on stream today, Pix? If you're still here, I know if you're gonna run, no worries. Especially with a technician coming to fix the internet. Bingo, very cool, Burninator. Thanks for sharing. Pix was up to Minecraft Bingo. I still haven't done that. Keep on forgetting to bring my dirt shulker box out here. I probably should do that. Reading the new snapshots, there's lots of new copper golem fixes. Can't wait to try them out. Oh, cool. We did Pix go over the snapshot with you folks? So really, we're just kind of blanketing the adjustments that we made. All I was doing was trying to remove like any kind of section where there was two grass blocks on top of one another, as Minecraft often likes to do. And so we're just running around now and covering all the adjustments that we made, bone meal, and getting rid of the flowers and some of the tall grass. but not all of it. Right. And sometimes you just get a ton of flowers. I wonder if there would be something that we can come up with. I think the thing for me, if we had dye blocks, like a block of yellow dye and a block of orange dye in the game, I would find flowers so much more appealing. Because, I mean, they're pretty and you can use them in things. But then, besides that and dye, like, once you've got, like, a shulker box full of flowers, like, you don't really need a lot more. Unless you've got some really big concrete project that you need a lot of dye for. I try to use some logic too when I'm doing this, like this little low area here. I'd imagine this would be much denser, right? What shaders? It is Complementary Reimagined 5.5, I think. Hold on. Is it H? Nope. What's the other key? It is L. Oh, yes. 5.5.1 Complementary Reimagined. That might be updated. There might be a new one. I should get a link in chat for them. But yeah, I like them. They have, what I like about them is the water texture specifically is really, really nice. It puts like a little pixelated white edge around the river. I like. And the clouds are nice too. They're like Super Mario World clouds. They're fluffy, but they're still square. I like. And the sun still has like a pixelated. Most shaders I find though make the tops of bushes really shiny, and I don't understand why they do that. It feels very strange to me. And they don't look as shiny over there, but then over here, it's almost like when there's something underneath them. How long has it been since you haven't played with shaders? A couple months. For whatever reason, these shaders were, when I discovered them, and I can get about 30 frames a second, which is not a lot, but it's enough for me to enjoy it. I really prefer Minecraft with shaders. I'm actually thinking about upgrading my video card so I can continue on with it. I'm gonna get rid of this guy right there. Just trying to debate how far back I want to go here. Thank you, Sandy, for the break reminder. I'll hang out for another couple minutes before I take a break, just because of the lovely raid from Pixelrose. Yeah, it's pretty good. sort of getting around to the backside now. A cave over here somewhere too. Aknari, no problem. Thanks very much for hanging out. Appreciate the follow. We will see you again soon, I'm sure. Probably see you in the Spawn Chunks Discord. There's a hangout this Saturday, just FYI. Completely hooked on Vibrant Visual for Bedrock after I lowered the saturations and settings. You can lower the saturations and settings to the point where it actually works? I didn't realize that was the thing. Just one more little bit over here. Oh, I missed a flower. I just find them so so bold. They really stand out. Nice. Could you do it on Xbox? I don't remember seeing it on Xbox in terms of the settings for saturation. Is that a Lego TIE Fighter in the background? Yes. Sorry, I was like the box because it's actually the actual set is right here on my computer to my right. But yeah, it's a Lego TIE Fighter, Ghostbusters, Lighthouse, and then Piranha Plant, and then the retro radio. I don't think you can quite see it. The retro radio is like right up there. I've been building Lego Transformers as well. I finished Bumblebee a week ago. Oh, I guess we should put some grass up there too, shouldn't we? I'll do that when I come back from my break. Cool. That's a good half of that done. You can sort of see like how different this looks compared to something like this. Now this, I think I might have done a little bit before. And obviously I've got some custom rocks, but like all this can look a lot different. Say this, we've done some custom stuff down there, but I need to like handle this stuff that's in view of the road. Cool. Folks, I take a break about once an hour. I pushed it back a little bit just because Pixar sent over the raid. We are going to stream for a little bit longer, so if you are here for the first time, then just hang out, talk amongst yourselves, maybe bring in a friend if you want. I will be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. Whoops. All right. Whoa. Let's not hang around there. Blended right in. Thank you, thank you. All right. Definitely don't want any tall stuff on the edge here. What I will do is make some of this double tall though. Yeah, that's helpful. I might actually get rid of the ones that are way down the bottom. Sure. Let's do the other side. Oh. Down we go. Was wondering if you'll cover up that Hill's Cave opening. What Hill's Cave? This? No, I fixed that. we haven't done any landscaping over here, so I'm not going to bone meal too much farther north. Wow, so many flowers. I actually wanted to keep those. Oh yeah, no, it's not open. It's just like it's a cool kind of like tunnel thing that goes through the woods or through the cliff. All right, we are out of bone meal. I've got a stack of flowers. Jeez, so many. And we have not been using any cobble, so I don't know why I'm holding that around. Yeah, we're like full. Yeah, the tool that broke was my shears. Don't think we missed any spots. Pretty good. Yeah, it works. Like I said before, using the coarse dirt here on purpose really helps kind of create like a different color. The brown swash coming through there. I think we can maybe toss in one of those guys. So this is as far as I got with the actual landscaping. So I'll wait and I'll start the rest of it. So like cliff 1 is basically done. Cliff 2 we'll have to do tomorrow. But I do want to try and tackle some of my shulker box woes. I'm feeling very disorganized. Okay, let me put some of this back. We haven't run into a lot of grass pickup, which is good. And we've been replenishing our grass a little bit. Or a lot, actually. Not very often you have that many cornflowers. Silvery says, Copper Golem takes the item from the copper chest, correctly puts it away, doesn't go back to the copper chest, but tries to keep searching through other chests. Yeah. I've yet to be convinced that this is going to be a smooth release for the Copper Golem. When I tried to mess around with it in my own world, I was not impressed. Oh right, we don't have the dirt shulker box out here. Okay, so what do I want to do? I want to bring these two things, plus that, plus this. I'll leave the bed. I will bring these back. Bring the grass back. Horse dirt. I guess I should just bring all of this because we might have to put some stuff away. Basically, I've got a bunch of shulkers that have just been building up with a bunch of junk in them, and I need to kind of try to put them away as best I can. Scrolls through the snapshot bug fix list. I guess that's Pix's problem next week. Well, we kind of just do like a joint. We'll both write the show notes, but the host is usually the one that reads it. We just alternate hosting weeks. Not that it's really like a host. Like it just basically just we do it in a way that just we're not always, one person is not always stuck reading the same stuff, which is nice. That's generally how we roll. I am going to want to see what's going on in here, so we're just going to put some torches down. Okay, so in here we've got a few of these chests that are really struggling. Let's grab, we can put some dirt away. All of this stuff has places, I'm sure. Just put this in the actual dirt. Are we full in here? We might be. We are. Gravel I just have in a shulker box. Don't think I have any room in coal. No. We could just turn this into coal because we don't have any right now. I'm kind of keeping that shulker box for fun. If anything that needs to be repaired, double, I guess. Put that in here now. I don't know what to do with all the seeds. All full. Green concrete powder. Probably refill my mossy cobble. At least a little bit. Knew there was a stone cutter here somewhere. Try to condense a few things and get a little bit more room in some of these shulkers. And I bet I could use some mossy bricks too. Yep. Cool. And I had copper was over here. Oh, that's the wrong one. I think the other copper is in my ender chest. Yeah. Do we still get one big update a year, or only smaller and more frequent ones with regards to the copper update? What do you mean? No, there's a completely new schedule. It's like 3 or 4 times a year now. One of these orange shulker boxes would be a lot better for something like food and pumpkins and stuff. Those can go in a different box. Diorite was around here somewhere. It was so much easier when all this stuff was actually on the walls as opposed to in chests. It's the only thing I don't like about this. I much prefer to just place my shulker boxes in the world. Guess we could just use this. This is already pretty organic, isn't it? Move the carrots over to here. At least it's an organized junk box. Soul sand. Do I have spare room? A little bit. Where am I keeping this? There's the sand. So maybe we should put the soul sand up there. Buckets are over here. Probably put some coal ore in here. Makes sense. I really could just condense that down into blocks. Gunpowder and slime. It's a weird combo. Feathers were over here. I don't know why I'm keeping spider eyes. I probably don't need them. Don't know why I'm keeping any of that either. Those are mini blocks. I've yet to figure out how I'm going to store that stuff. Nice. 2 more empty shulker boxes. I will take that as a win. So this was obviously a paper firework shulker box, be my guess. So maybe we can just start to keep the ones that have been organized at the top. Not really organized. Oh, there's sugarcane in that one. That would make more sense. not sure why I have an entire shulker box dedicated to sugarcane and rotten flesh, apparently. Concrete powder. I know I've got some in here too. Oh, it's full. It's the thing when you have it organized, but then you're like the space that you have allotted has been eaten up. I was hoping to put those in there. Maybe not. Leave those there for now. We do have a data pack that lets us smelt zombie flesh into leather. Right, so that's rocket chest. So much crap. That's actually fairly well organized, so that goes up there. Same thing with that. I don't like how similar stone and netherite looks. It's not the best. These are actually organized. Okay, I think that's where I have to wrap it up. Got a little bit of that done, which is nice. Will help next time as we're doing stuff. Yeah, it's tough when you have to kind of figure out how you're going to store everything. Especially when you've been doing it in a different way, in a different location. Quite some time. Hey, there's a rainbow. Nice. All right. I think the changes over there look pretty good. I'm quite happy with those. So we'll pick up where we left off tomorrow. We'll continue on down here and just finish that up. I don't think it'll take much more than 1 or 2 more streams. And that's really, we're getting really close to the end. As I mentioned before, I do want to take a walk through and just off stream kind of make a list of things that I wanted to do. For example, someone on YouTube pointed out that I forgot to do one of the ceilings in the bottom of the keep. So I did that at the start of the stream today. So if I see anything, I'll put it on the list and then I'll do it live on stream as well. In the meantime, let's see who is streaming. I would like to send you along to somebody else playing Minecraft if I can. And it looks like Megibite is live, working on a snail sculpture, I think. So if you want to continue to hang out for more Minecraft, Megibite is a lovely, lovely human. I think you will very much enjoy your time with her. It does use some adult language, so if you have a small human on your lap, just be aware of that. You can follow me on social media, Joel Duggan, very easy to find. And you can follow the Spawn Chunks on social media. Same thing, just use the show name. That will get you updates when we do new shows. You can follow on your favorite podcasting app or on YouTube. YouTube is great because we get a little bit of ad revenue if you watch on YouTube, so check it out. A new episode came out yesterday. We were talking about the new snapshot, and there's another snapshot out today that we will take a look at probably next week, just kind of cover the changes to the Copper Golem. And I have a Patreon. If you'd like to support the stream, it's patreon.com/JoelDuggan. And as low as $2 a month will get you into the Discord. It really does do a lot to help me stream. The more people that can jump on board, then it all adds up after a while. It's less than a cup of coffee for you, but it really does help me do what I do. So thank you ever so much. Sandy, thank you for the moderation. Thanks for sticking around to all the people that came in with the picks raids. I know that you're probably streaming with picks for like a couple hours, so to hang out here afterwards is just very, very kind. And I will see you all tomorrow. Enjoy your time with Megabyte. Bye for now.